Oh, yum. It's real full of crap. All right. Cool. How's it? Can you guys hear me? Oh yeah, I definitely can, and that's gonna be a problem. Better quit that. Welcome everyone. Happy Sunday. Let me know if you can hear this music. You'll probably definitely be able to hear my cat, but that's okay. Perfect. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you. Welcome. It's good to see you. And yeah, of course, I'm gonna need only the best of them helping me out, rocking with me on this here journey. So I'm trying currently to kind of figure out what's gonna be a good setup for this. So that we can see the cards pretty good. YouTube, I don't know too much about the specifics of it all. I was trying to look it up a little bit last night, but it's a real pain in the butt. I have over the 50 subscribers. I'm streaming right now. Zero. You're welcome. Thank you. So much love. Good to see you. So yeah, I'm I'm over the 50, but for some reason it won't let me do it from mobile. So my angle that would work pretty good is gonna still be on pause for just a minute, but that's all right. I'm glad we're taking this little opportunity to test it this way before we have to deal with this on that book read. How'd you guys like that first book, The Art and Practice of the Occult? Let's see here. I'm One True Goddess. Welcome. Welcome. It's wonderful to have you all here. One True Goddess. And ain't that a fact? I don't know. Is it? One True Kitty and Heat. I know that much. One true, wonderful group of souls to study and explore these mysteries with. All right, everyone. Thank you, Zero. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, that the Book of Five Rings is going to be so cool, so sneaky cool when we're pairing it up with the magic. Because as I've already been going through it, I'm mind blown. But I'm also loving for kind of that Martian aspect, that god and goddess of warfare and chaos and death and all of that. I'm liking that there's that element of it too. So we'll keep going on that. That was what I was gonna do originally this morning, but then now we're gonna rock it this way. I might still do that later, but I don't know. I don't know about Trav's plans, what time he's gonna come back. Also, I don't know if we're gonna resume with my Gnosis's book study. Shout out to both of them too. Travis, my Gnosis, thank you guys. Really. This wouldn't even be happening if it weren't for you guys. So thank you so much. Okay, well, how's that? Perfect. Yeah, Zero. Definitely. Even a little bit of that reverse tree as well. that energy seems to be a real theme, at least for me right now. And well, I know when we talked, you said that for you too, Zero. I don't know who else might have that going on. Are you guys able to hear that music at all? I'm guessing probably not. I might have to like readjust. All right, once your goddess doesn't hear music. Yeah, it's a quiet one anyway. I didn't want to have anything too crazy right off the rip, but just for the sake of seeing if we can even hear this, we are gonna oh, come on now, enough of that. How's your guys' Sunday going, by the way? How is it so far for everyone? Today is the day of the sun, the day of Apollo. Should we read the hymn to Apollo real quick? Let's do it. Boom. As soon as I figure out about this music thing too. I didn't want to keep you guys waiting on bated breath. Plus I needed to be able to figure out about how you guys can hear everything, you know. So thank you. This is a real learning process. I appreciate every one of you who's been here with me for all those little bumps along the way. Sound a little bit, but it's good for me. Interesting dreams last night, Zero. Well, if you want to share a little bit, you're welcome to. Or if you want to message me in private about it, I'd love to hear. All right, but let me know if you guys are able to hear this here in a second. Anything yet, friends? All right, perfect. That sounds great, Zero. You're hearing it now, once you got us? Perfect. Is it too much or is it too little? Thank you. Perfect. Should we just keep doing this? Should we just rave while we read tarot? No, that's not everyone's flavor. So I'll go back to something a little more. This mix is great, though. Thank you, Zero. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Whoop, didn't want to do that. Once you got us, how's your Sunday? Sunshine Chick, are you still in here? How's your Sunday so far? Maybe we'll try this Osiris one in the background. It's kind of, I don't want to do anything that's like too creepy sounding. But this one, I like doing for meditations. Oh, I did that thing. I did the one night in my Gnosis live stream where I was like, "Hey, bro, your audio's not working," and I didn't realize. I don't get why YouTube has that whole from the laptop or computer. At the top, there's the little speaker by your open tab to mute or unmute, whatever. I mean, I get it. So you don't have to actually click in the tab. It's actually a smart little shortcut. However, you can make a real fool of yourself in the Minosis stream or the whoever stream by being like, "Hey, your audio's not working," by not realizing that little thingy is clicked to mute. Okay, can you guys hear that one? Okay. Is it too loud? Is it too quiet? And One True Goddess says, "So far, so good. Getting ready for work and to take in the day while listening to Wonderful Live." Thank you. That's so sweet. Well, wonderful. Of all the ways you could be spending the morning, I'm very honored that you're spending it with me. Okay, well, let me know as far as that new track goes. Sounds good still. Sounds pretty good for me because your voice is clear and music hit. All right. 0, One True Goddess. Thank you. Okay. Let us begin then. Welcome. I'm gonna need to check this real quick too and see how well we can actually see the cards. If I've got them like, boom, boom. Can we see them? Okay. All right. Well, actually, we can get this out of the way. That was just for that initial setting of tone. We got to keep those holy texts around. All right, how does that look? I'm thinking out loud a little bit as well, but your guys' feedback is so very much appreciated. This camera seems like it needs a little clean maybe too. Okay. Well, I'll make a little note. We'll pin a comment for anybody who comes to this later and say, "Hey, we were busy, we were kind of still working out some stuff for the first 10, 15 minutes. So we'll pop a timestamp, skip to whatever spot to not have to experience that part of it." Okay. Does that give us a little bit better look? Slightly. So I might adjust this one more time as well. Thank you guys for your patience. Okay, and then we will do a read for the community. And then I was thinking I'll probably bust out a couple personal reads for if anybody wants one. We can just go ahead and see what the stars have got to say for you individually as well. Oh, lovely, lovely. Cool. Well, I don't want to screw around with it any more than that. I think that's probably as good as we're going to get for now, and we can work it out for the next time. So, for our read for community, we can go with the Halloween deck, or we can go with the Thoth deck. Let me know what you guys think would be best. Thoth, Halloween. Okay, that's 1 and 1. We need a tiebreaker. Oh yeah, be sure to hit the like button on your way in if you haven't. Thoth. All right, that's 2 for Thoth. Yeah, the Halloween deck is cool. I busted it out for a little read right before this. And it definitely is a great deck. Got a good way of speaking to you. Good way of connecting. Okay, so we'll go with that. So, general read for the community. Let me see about having my hands down here for shuffling now. How's that going to work out? We're going to make it work. Okay, so do one of these first. I like to do this little method. Anybody who hasn't seen my other tarot video, I like to just know that they're real. Whatever cards were by each other are definitely real, not by each other. And I don't like to really do the whole casino thing. I just don't like to, well, one, then you end up with the reversals, and I don't want to do that with this particular deck. And 2, I also don't want to bend up the cards. But I know on some of those decks that are like a nicer card stock, that thicker card stock, it's probably not as much of an issue. Okay, so we're going to go a couple of these. This is real awkward doing this, but at this angle, but hey, we'll make it work. But, we want the people to see these are good and shuffed. We'll just consider those 2 ones we need to see. Oh, come on. I'm like hunched over so awkwardly right now. And my arms are like so spread out to the side. So my elbows are up. Let's see. That one is going to be our 3rd one. All right. Looks like I need to adjust that a tiny bit more. Okay. Now let us see what we have to look forward to. I guess we did just enter Pisces season. I hope that isn't going to be too disruptive in anyone's ears too. Trust me, in time, this setup will be more professional. The weather will have my throat cleared out. Okay, so Pisces season. Let's see what we got. Boom. Okay. Oh, boom. Okay. Oh, boom. Okay. Wow. Well, that's a real good way to start out the Pisces season. So we got a double hit of Mercury right there with the 8 of Wands, the 8s being connected with Hod. on the tree of life. This card being, oh, actually, you know what? Oh, yeah, it is. It is. This card is Mercury in Sagittarius. Let's see. Moon was just in Sagittarius. I think we just switched out, though. So swiftness, we see on this card here, the wands have turned into these kind of electrical lightning rays. We see that rainbow there at the top. And then that prism of light there, kind of all put into the artwork. So this card is going to be about action. I mean, with the wheel and the wands already, you've got that aspect. Oh, goodness. Sorry, you guys. Okay, my bad. All right, so action. This card is telling us to keep moving. We don't need to stop. Whatever it is you've got working, whatever fires you've got lit, we need to keep those fires going. We need to keep them burning. So then on to, we see that kind of again re-emphasized here with the knight, but the knight in the Thoth deck is going to be the king in most of the other decks. So here we have our King of Swords, our King of Air. In that mental realm, we're probably going to want to take this fire we've got, these projects we might be working on, this whatever it might be. It doesn't have to be magical stuff. It could just be whatever. But whatever this spark of will you've got going right now, in that realm of the air, the mental plane, the thoughts, looks like we're going to want to be, how do I want to say? And you know what's so funny too? This card is going to be so tied in with the Book of Five Rings. I'm brain farting, but you know what? We're gonna be just fine. Okay, so with the Book of Five Rings, because he talks about the two sword style, the short sword and the long sword. Well, this particular king or knight has, oh goodness, is it gonna focus? Well, you can see he's got the two swords, short sword, long sword. Yeah, that's definitely going to tie in with what we got going on, because that book talks a lot about, it says on it, it's a Japanese way, a classic text on the Japanese way of the sword, but it also says it's embraced by many contemporary readers as a manual on how to succeed in life. A manual on how to succeed in life. Wow, this particular reading seems to be very tied into the themes we will be getting into with the Book of Five Rings, but also with that talismanic magic. Because what else do we got going on with our community right now? We've got a lot of elemental stuff going on right now, and the Magus is the master of the elements, right? Interesting. Yeah, you like that 1111. Perfect. 1111. Sweet. Love that, man. This is fun. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, so Megan, and then we have some Mercury. All right, the knight. Oh, I'm trying to. What decan would that be? Astrologically, oh boy, it is mutable. Oh, I can't think of it off the top. Taurus into Gemini. 21st to 21 degrees Taurus into 20 degrees Gemini. So I don't remember what exactly dates that is. I want to say it's like in that like 12th-ish range to the 12th-ish range of the month. if that's of any significance to any of you. To me, it's not really. Although, actually, you know what? It is, because my moon sign is in that decan of Gemini. So, a lot of mercurial stuff going on right here, which tells us we're doing. I think we're doing a good job of putting our focus into some of these studies. The practice is important too, because again, where you see that action, the will, the fire, the magus. He didn't become the magus by just reading the books or by just looking at TikTok or whatever. And whatever. You know what I'm saying. So taking action right now, but also, what's the king going to be above all else? A master. He's going to be the one ruling the kingdom. So this one here, that mental plane, that plane of Yetzirah, that third lowest on the tree of life. And in that plane, a lot of these sword cards are pretty unfun, but it's because those thoughts can be really unfun, right? Like we really do it to ourselves a lot. Funny enough, I pulled up two of the cards I pulled up before this from that Halloween deck, where I gave myself 10 of bats and 3 of bats, and those are the swords. So 10 of swords, 3 of swords reversed. But then I rounded it off with a queen of pumpkins, pentacles. But it was kind of telling me that this is going to be a little more complicated, getting this thing going. You're probably going to, you're going to stand the opportunity to, really bum yourself out if you're not careful, and really let it happen too. But then, so then that queen shows me kind of, hey, this is the way to be if you're trying to avoid that. So this knight here, or king, it's interesting Crowley chose to make them knights, because with the knights, like Trav says a lot, they're marching off, they're taking action. Whereas the king's throned, he isn't really moving. He's chilling. He's on the throne. This one is you could say throned on the horse, but also he's still taking that action, and he's mastered that realm of the thoughts. He's the one sitting on top of it, but not only sitting on top of it, he's taking that action, mastering those thoughts, and boom, carrying forward so that we can tap into really being the magus. That card there is also going to be the Hebrew letter Bet, which is WVT. What up? Welcome, bro. It's good to see you. The Hebrew letter Bet, which is house. So we could say that's similar too with a lot of what we've got going on right now in establishing a solid foundation, establishing a solid framework, having a nice cozy home. And we could translate that into the elemental thing, since that's kind of been our current project. So how we feeling going into Pisces season? To me, that seems pretty awesome. I didn't know what Pisces season was going to bring. Now I'm saying the Pisces season seems like it's going to be pretty good. But we need to, make sure that we are taking that action and being swift about it. Don't stop. Don't rest on your laurels, as they say, right? Master those thoughts. Don't let them take control of you, because it's so very easy. It is just so very easy. I can tell you, I get myself worked up about the silliest of things, and luckily from a lot of this, I've really been able to tone that down a lot, reel that in, learn from it too, because it's not just about stuffing it down and all of that. It's really about learning to work with it, learning to it all goes into that know thyself, right? And I remember Trav back a while back was saying about record your thoughts, and it's kind of hard, because at first I'm like, damn, I don't know if I should write all this. Well, it's like, do I really need to stop and write out every single thought? Two, I don't know if I should write some of this out, but at a certain point I just said screw it and experimented with it a bit. But it had an interesting effect, and in that it kind of like really helped, almost helped me take a step back from my thoughts. And meditation can do that in its own way too, right? Especially if we do some of those more kind of like breath work type of meditations where you keep returning to the breath. Helps you master those thoughts, and that seems to be the element right now in this reading. We're going to want to master. We're going to want to take that swiftness of will, use it to get this mental plane, these thoughts mastered. So that's gonna be us. If we do so, we're gonna be well on our way. We're gonna be even one step closer to the goal by the end of the Pisces season. Okay, well, if everybody's satisfied with a solid community reading, I would love to, if anybody would like a reading, I would love to do that. So just let me know. Holler at me. We can see what's going on. Maybe you've been I don't know, a little concerned with some type of predicament in life. But if not, whatever, we can just tap out. Or we can just 2 for 1 it. We can just go right into the book. No, I know somebody's going to want to have a reading. Why wouldn't you? Thank you, Zero. Thank you. I'm glad you thought so. I know, Jesse, I know you would. See, you're polite. You're a sweetheart, because I figured you'd probably pop in and be like, I'll take one. But since we just had one the other day, I know you're probably giving other people a chance. So speak up or forever hold your peace. Speak now or forever hold your peace. That's what they say. They don't say speak up. That sounds kind of rude. Dope VT. Dope. Okay. We can do that. Cool. Be swift, like you said. Yes. That card's been popping up a lot for me. It's kind of since the first of the year. Well, I mean, kind of since putting this little project underway. Once your goddess would like one too. You got it. I would love to do one for you. Okay. Yeah, that card's been popping up a lot for me. What other cards have been giving me a lot of the Aeon or Judgment has been well, that's kind of just been that's like my card, my theme for the year. But so therefore it's been proving that to be true, because it's been popping up a lot. Nine of Cups. That one's been popping up a lot too. That one popped up for 0 even. Okay, Dub. So hold on. I'm grabbing a pen and paper real quick so I can keep everybody in line. So we got Dub first. Then we got One True Goddess. Okay. Cool. Dub VT. I have got the Thoth deck we can do again for you, or if you want to switch it up to that Halloween deck, we can do that. Thoth, all right. Yep. You got it. Okay. And let's see. We better grab if you want to hit me with all your big 3, or at the very least your sun sign, and then whatever it is you'd like me to read you for. while we wait on Dub's reply. Who's been looking forward to this talismanic magic? It's like one of those things, just like the elemental stuff. I just kind of didn't really take too much of a look into for this handful of years. Now I've been studying and practicing magic. I said, oh yeah, I know it's a thing, but you know, you know how it is. We get, man, that sounds boring. Elementals, that sounds boring, right? Talismans, I mean, it sounds kind of cool, but it does, like, demons. That sounds sexy, right? I mean, even angels. That's what that's what the people want. All right, Sun Pisces, Moon Libra, Cancer ascending. Huh. Interesting. Cool. I love that. Okay. So unfortunately, I don't have those nifty oracle type cards with the astrology, but you know what you are. I know what you are. We all know in the chat. But also I could do a little something like, let's see. Okay, boom. Sun. Pisces. Moon. Libra. Yeah, that's the big three, Dub. Mm-hmm. Okay, and ascending Cancer. We got a lot of Cancer. Up in here. Okay, cool. Oh, it was like you can't even really see it on the camera. Oh well, that's all right. It don't matter. Okay, so let's get to shuffling. And then what let's see, you're here for every and anything. Just left the homeless shelter, bro. I'm all for it. Dang, man. Fuck. I'm sorry to hear that. That's not a fun place to be at all. Do you should message me if you're in the Discord, bro. You should message me. I would like to chat with you about it in private, if as long as if that's something you would be interested in as well. Because I've been there. I've never been there as bad as some people have been, but yep, I've still been there, and it's not a place humans should have to be without home and food and oh heavens, man. I'm sending all my best to you, bro. All right. Well, let's see then. All right, WT. Let's see. What a life, man. What a life. I don't need to rant and rave about all that too much. I'm sure every single one of you who's here can understand that it's an interesting world to be in, where some people have to struggle so very badly when it's just really not anything that needs to be happening. Let's see. He says, we definitely can. I don't care at all. I'm on my This is a pattern I'm breaking. That's the last time I'll have to endure that. Shout out, bro, for real. That's what's up. And that's glad you recognize that. That's funny because I did one of those recently, just but in a smaller way. But I kind of have been superstitious kind of in silly little ways, like I grew up playing hockey, and so there's a lot of like silly superstitions, like which are basically, in and of themselves little rituals that you want to kind of try to ensure your success. I mean, lots of athletes do that, but I mean, just lots of people do that. That's been one of the interesting things about magic too, is seeing that as I do it and learn about it all, where it's kind of like, oh yeah, I've been unconsciously doing lots of these things without even kind of realizing their significance, but also because I was kind of doing it in these like wrong quote unquote ways. Then you weren't getting anything good out of it. But so good for you, bro. I'm proud of you that you recognize that this is that's what it is. That's what time it is. So let's see what these cards got to say for you. Give it a couple more. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Okay. Says yes, going through it now. Knowing why it's happening is the game changer. Straight up. Exactly. Straight up. I couldn't say it better myself, but and I've been experiencing that all in my own ways, where like this stupid crap will happen, and I'll think of a stream a while back where Alora was saying something about that, and she was saying like, God damn it, I'm a magus. Why is this stupid crap happening to me? But you learn, you realize that it's it's sharpening those swords. It's all about if I've kind of come to learn to interpret, especially through these goddesses of warfare and gods of warfare, that you know it's all a battlefield, so to speak. Even the mind, but everything. I've kind of come to interpret lots of these situations I get in like that, like these stupid, just what the, like, why am I having to deal with this stupid thing? And I'm not perfect. I mean, but the difference is actually like knowing it and working towards that, like changing that, mastering that part of yourself versus just deciding it doesn't matter. Like, because that's what I did for quite a while in life, and it didn't really work for me. So anyway, I've kind of come to learn to interpret like things as a battle. And another one of the things that helped me to do that was the scene in the first Dune movie when they're still on it doesn't matter, the Atreides home planet, but Paul Atreides is like in his room or whatever, and Gurney Halleck comes in and just kind of starts trying to fight him, and Paul's like, yo, I'm not in the mood. Like, can you play me a song? And then Gurney straight up throws the dagger at him or whatever, and then comes right at him with the sword. And luckily, like, Paul was able to put up in his guard and all that because he's trained, he's been practicing right for battle. But Gurney straight up tells him, you don't fight when you're in the mood. You're not going to get to choose when the battle comes to you. So you better be ready to fight. So with that being said, Dub, let's see what you got. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Okay. Lots of water here right now. So 4 of Cups. That's actually my decking of Cancer. So that card and I are a little intimate. This is the Moon in Cancer, and we know that Moon is so very happy in Cancer. And this is also going to be Hokmah in the world of Bria, so in the world of the emotions. When we get to that point on the tree, because hell yeah, Dub, hell yeah, Zero, thank you guys. I'm glad. I literally just text someone and said I have to stop running. Yeah, you know what, bro? I feel that big time. I feel that big time because that's been another one of those things where the crazy thing of like seeing these patterns and seeing the way these things are passed down, where I'm like, yeah, I've been kind of trying to like outrun myself, most of my life, till the point I kind of finally decided to stop operating that way. But that stuff's programmed deep because like observing, I don't see my parents a whole lot anymore, being grown and all that. But when I do, and especially now, it really blows my mind the way I see, like, I almost interpret it like a programmer looking at like strings of code. The way I just see like these patterns that like I've basically written into my own code, and that the running thing, that's one of the big ones though, where I'm like, oh damn, like my parents, like my mom's gotten pretty good with it. She's certainly worked at it, but like my dad still to this day, that man is just like, I feel like he's just constantly trying to outrun himself because he's just like never happy with it's like whatever, it's like he always thinks this next thing, like moving to this next city or this other job, or like that I don't know, that's like going to be the answer. And you would think like, what is that, man? Is he in his yeah, he's 63, or he's about to turn 63. And it's like, you would think you might have figured out, you might have stopped by now, but so this card here, and once we get to that 4 spot, that Hokmah spot, that's where we encounter our beloved friend, the Demiurge. That's where he kind of makes his first appearance, because and as we study Kabbalah, that lighting kind of sucks. I apologize about that, you guys, but I appreciate y'all rocking for the test once again. All right, enough of that. So this is where we encounter that Demiurge, because we've gotten past that upper triad, and so now we're that's that first realm. You find Jupiter in there, Jove, Zeus. You find a lot of those Demiurge type gods in there, and an example of that is shown here in the card. And boy, do I know this to be true, because this card, with that whole luxury thing, hang on 1 second. Okay, this card, a good way to put it is that this card has done exactly what the Demiurge has done. It has decided to kind of forget about the Holy Trinity of the supernal triad, and it's now decided that luxury is its god. And oh boy, yeah, that certainly has proved to be a Achilles heel of mine at times. But I didn't come to the material realm to be boring. I came to party, baby. However, that can really also come around and bite us in the tail. Now, death. Pretty self-explanatory. However, I mean, not exactly, though, because a lot of people see this, and this particular death can look really freaky. This card is going to be connected with Scorpio. This card is It's Hebrew letter noon, right? Yeah, it's noon. Fish hook, I think. I better double check on that. Look, I'm not as good of a reader yet to like just have all this boom, boom, boom off the top. I'm getting there though. I'm working at it. So, yeah, fish hook. So, oh no, this one's just fish. My bad. It's Zodi or Iron. Yeah, Iron. I think one of those ones. It's fish hook. But life beneath the waters, life traveling through the waters, the fish in so many cultures is seen as a symbol of rebirth, and that's really what this card is rebirth, and that sounds kind of exactly like what you've got going on right now. This particular death, though, the way he's got his, I don't know if that's going to actually focus or not, but the way he's got his scythe, he's literally got, he's got these strings, kind of like weaving, he's, and in here you see kind of these souls all swirled up, but, because really, right, we're all trapped to that cycle of death and rebirth. And, we already all know too, we don't play the game of, I ain't coming back here no more. I ain't coming back. That whole thing. I love when Trav says that, because I totally get that though. Like when I first was coming into all of this years back, like I had that exact same outlook of man, I ain't coming back here no more. I gotta beat the game, all of that crap. And that again is just more of those ways we kind of stay stuck. Scorpio too, being super big symbol of transformation, and that's my rising sign actually. So I feel like this maybe even speaking at me a little bit here. It always is though, right? Zero said something interesting because that death card came up for him when I did a reading for him the other day too. And he said that this particular death card though, it at least kind of prompted him to see that was him. Where other people might be afraid of it, he kind of right away said, I feel like that's me, and I'm kind of weaving my fate, just like he's weaving in that artwork right there. But it also looks like he's kind of dancing, and that's kind of one of those symbols I've come to find to be a pretty heavy one in my practice, at least, is the idea of like the cosmic dance of Shiva, Kali, dancing on our corpses, that whole thing. Because this universe will chew you up and spit you back out. It doesn't care. Mother Nature is savage, but it is also beautiful, right? We know that from Bina. Let's see. Deb says, homeless shelter will 100% give you an ego death. That card looks cool. Seriously, he looks like he's in action. He's at work. That card is going in. Yeah, no, straight up. Exactly, man. Like that kind of is part of what kick-started like my spiritual journey, you could say, because like back when I first kind of stopped not getting into magic, but more when I stopped, because I had like a period of life where I was just super atheist, like super like, oh man, like if you know who like Charles Dawkins is, I think that's that jackass's name. Whatever, Stephen Fry, some of those guys who, really are like, oh yeah, you're like, there is no God and you're a moron to ever like think twice about it kind of thing. But I went through a real situation, to kind of like that, where I was up against like literally having nothing, pretty much, and it was like at that exact time too, though, I had like reestablished my connection with God too. Like, it's a long story and I won't get into it now, but like, so I started listening to that, like where I would pray again for the first time and whatever. But I also knew I didn't want to do it in like a traditional Christian sense. I understand, like at that point, obviously I had realized the whole kind of poison of religion, but now though I had like been reconnected to God through this whole like ordeal anyhow. But going, I like straight up, part of that following that thing was like throwing what little bit I had in like a backpack and going out of state to another state that I had like literally I had just been getting this like feeling about. I had just been getting like, even it had been coming to me in dreams and stuff, where it was like, you need to go here, like there's something here you need to go see about. And so I did that, and it was terrifying. It was terrifying, like, because I had been down bad, as I wasn't innocent in all this. Some of this came about from me kind of being a not such a great person. And so but so part of it was like I knew I needed kind of like I needed like a real genuine reset type of thing. I needed to really figure myself out a bit. So yeah, I followed that. I went up there, and I faced that same thing, like that for the first time in my life, where I was like, damn, like I'm actually homeless right now. Like I actually don't know what I'm gonna do, and it's one of those things, though, kind of like going to jail, like the first time, if you ever go to jail. It's like, it's one of those things, like I wouldn't wish on anyone, but also I feel like everyone should probably have to experience like one time, so that they can kind of like have that, they can really get that like you said, that ego death. They can get that Bina showing them what's up, because that's exactly what happens in those moments. Because when you got nothing and like nowhere to really turn, you well, I don't know, maybe not everybody, but for me, I realized like I've really got to go in. I've really got to like this is a problem, like you said, thinking this is a pattern, and I've really got to figure out why and what I can do to stop it. But it takes work. It takes time. So, all right. So following up our death, though. So, all right. So thank you for bearing with me on my rant. Be glad I didn't bust out that whole story for you. Jeez. Anyhow, Princess of Cups. We rounded out there. Princess of Cups. So that's going to be the Daughter of Water. The Page and Rider Waite, or some of those other decks. Hold on one second. Pop her up. Okay, so again here, we see a fish. We see a turtle in the imagery. She's holding it in that shell there, almost, you could say almost kind of like an offering bowl. Right now it's looking to me. You see the lotus up there, and then I believe that's supposed to be a swan. So just in case you can't see, let's see. Zero says, always love death and tower cards, but in this deck, man, there are other level. I know there are serious and respectful experiences. I feel a lot of magnetic pull in this deck. Yeah, definitely. And he says, never being in jail all my life was restricted, controlled, suppressed. I think I understand that type of thing. Saturn energy was a thing throughout all my life. My mom was the perfect archetype of Bina. Yeah, and my dad was, for sure. For Father Time, that one more. My mom kind of, yeah, as well, but more so my dad. But yeah, really interesting. And yeah, like I hope you don't have to experience zero, because experience jail. I say that more in the way, I guess, of that little bit of level of frustration of like, man, like what is going to get people to stop doing some of these things they are doing, some of these, you know what I'm talking about. But luckily we have wonderful influences in our life that teach us to let go, to stop attaching so much to that kind of crap, because then you kind of stop worrying about the like, we gotta, come on everybody, we gotta, I don't got to tell you guys. All right, so anyway, back to our Princess of Cups, though. This, because that card is also, I want to say it's Venus. I'm pretty sure it's got that Venus in there through the water houses. So that daughter of water. So this kind of, I feel like this opportunity and what we've seen here is almost kind of like if you've been living your life this way up until this point, now you're getting a whole new, like a complete rebirth type of shakeup. And what I would say is to take that beginning stage. If we kind of look at that as she's fresh to the emotions, and like you said, that you use the words ego death, because that one thing that can do is give you that reset, man. Like I won't ever forget one of the first times I experienced some of that from very intense practices of Dionysic type rituals. All right, I hope that y'all can, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, the reset though, the way, so if you kind of look at it as this is giving you a chance to shake yourself of the ways you've been maybe focusing your life more this way. Start over, start fresh. Connect to those emotions though through it too, because it's not like, because as the daughter of water, she's going to be very in tune with those emotions. She's not in the fire deck. She's also it's going to be the earth through the water, because the princess is there as well. So tying that in with the mundane, with whatever you got going on, maybe perhaps not only the luxury aspect, kind of in the sense of like partying too much, but also maybe in the sense of trying to chase those simple emotions, though, those kind of like chase those highs through the emotions a bit. But you let me know, bro, if how's this hitting so far? Is this all pretty on point? I'm gonna bust out while I'm waiting on Dub. I'm just gonna bust out this big book I got here. Because it gives you a little more perspective. So yeah, it says here, daughter of the floods represents the image of the soul that, driven from the shores of everyday life, dreams in the water of the unconscious. She is not prepared to quickly accept the everyday because she cannot allow herself to be willing to regard her dreams as unworldly or exotic. All right, there you are. All right. See, he says this is on point. I definitely had the let go of whatever I was holding on. I went in there ready to kill everything. I was damn near singing in the middle of the night. I really had to go through that. Yeah, man. I see the beauty in that pain because I've lived it myself in lots of ways, and that it's a really good thing to be able to see that just right and kind of right away too, because that is what most people get to eventually with whatever's going on in life. Not everyone, but most people get there eventually. But for you to kind of like right away just realize that, and that's what's up, man. That's a sure sign of that growth. Do you what do you think? Do you think you need a little more though to go on with all of that? Says thank you for this reading. So much it helped more than I can explain. Yeah, Doug, for sure, for sure. Here about the artwork, it says she dances on the foaming sea of the emotions and feelings in which a dolphin, symbolizing our perceptive and emotional world, enjoys itself. A swan with spread wings rises above her head for the crown as a sign of renewal and rebirth. The turtle in her right hand is an embodiment of the protected inner world in the process of carefully opening up to the outside. Says warnings with this card though is self-deception, seductive spells, bubbles in the air, misuse of love. All right. As soon as you drew the sticky notes, I said, yeah. That's what's up. All right, man. Well, cool, cool. Carefully opening up to the outside. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Very good. You so you said tonight. Let's see, I'm going back real quick. Yeah, you okay, so you left the homeless shelter, so you're not going back there tonight then? Trav said, watch your passion. So on point. Yep. Straight up, man. Yeah, and then sometimes those can be sneaky things too. Like that ego is so sneaky. That little pain in the butt, it really gets us good. It really does. Well, yep, those passions, yeah, really. Yeah, it's easy to get caught up. It is. Nah, that's dead. Never have to go back now. All right then. Oh yeah, good to hear it. Good to hear it. Glad to hear it, man. Just be safe if you're gonna be out in them streets. Be so safe and be warm this time of year. Holy crap, man! That oh goodness, like I've been hungry before. I've experienced hunger, and even like days of hunger. But the very real fear of like I'm wet, I'm cold, and like the sun is going down. It's the time of year, like it's like I if I don't get dry right away, like I could be so screwed. Talk about vision of sorrow. Oh man. Okay, all right. Well, so Dub is saying he's got it. He's got the key now. He ready to go forward and conquer the world. So then that leaves us with One True Goddess. You're next. One True Goddess. Are you still with us? We'll give her a moment to answer or not answer. What time are we looking at? 10:58. All right, that's not bad. Notice too, those signs, those, all those animals with that princess were symbols of, obviously aquatic type animals, marine. So that earth through water, that, which I'm kind of reading in the sense of, not just, this seems to be a more emotionally centered thing for you. However, still making sure to master and get all of those elements under control. Because those are the things that, as we read in Ophil's book, just barely. That's literally what build. And Trav's been saying it too. That's literally what builds up the material world. We couldn't have any of the things, any of them, without those. Okay. One true goddess. Paging. She might have dipped, but if so, that's all right. I'll still bust a reading for her to come back for later. We'll just need to make a little switcheroo here. Moon. Oh, what does that one look? What can I think of what the heck that one looks like right now? It's just so funny. Who else still rocking with me? We'll probably wrap this up quick since we just got the couple, but I don't want to tell one true goddess I'm going to do it for her and then just be like, oh, you weren't there. Screw you. No way, Jose. We don't play that game around here. Yeah, I knew that all along. I don't know why. Oh, anybody else just been having just the silliest of brain farts where it's like, how is that thing escaping me right now? But whatever. It comes back eventually, right? Okay, so we just need to adjust that there. Moon in Gemini. For the one true goddess. And one true goddess, since you are out of the chat, we'll just call this a general for you. General reading. And we can just keep it with the Thoth deck because I feel that I read that one a bit better than that Halloween. Okay, so one true goddess, sun in Pisces, moon in Gemini, rising in Cancer. Okay. Do that real good, though. Real good mix and matchy. But it's amazing how much just being kind of awkwardly hunched over and your arms like elbows out can make your shuffling so much more difficult. All right, one true goddess. So general reading for her, for the goddess. What does she need? What does she need to hear right now? That beautiful goddess. All right, I'm thinking. Yep, that's it. Okay. All right, so boom. Okay. Everybody went home. That's all right. If you guys did, I appreciate you for what time you spent here. Come back to it later. Y'all might have, I don't even know what going on. And plus, yeah, I might still want to read Book of Five Rings, Part 1, Earth Scroll, and get it put up. Get the people what they want. Be sure, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe this for anyone new, anybody just popping in, any of that. You guys know, you know the game. You know the, yeah, it really is a game, isn't it? I'm going to let my cat in real quick. So she might be annoying, but I need to get a giraffe in this room. Just getting stuffy. Hi, honey. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. And that's their mating call. Believe that. Trying to attract a mate with that. All right, once your goddess. So, ooh, okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, okay. Okay. So first off, the universe. And we see that one true goddess right there. Dancing, doing the cosmic dance we talked about earlier, right? Using the eye of Shiva to burn up that pesky demiurge. Well, I don't know that she's really using it to burn it up more, but still shine that light onto it. Because she's gonna need, you're gonna need to, ultimately, you're gonna need to be dancing with that demiurge, right? Because a lot of people like to fight with it. Understandable, kind of just the way it goes. I think it's just part of its programming, if we're gonna use that terminology. Yes, just like that's part of your programming. And that's perfectly fine. That's just so perfectly fine. Because it is the way the good Lord intended. Right? The Holy Book says it. Okay. On this card, too, we see the 4 cherubim, however you like to say it. Again, 4 elements. This card, too, the end of the deck. So what's so great about this card is it's showing the cycle complete, which means we will be on to the next. After if one cycle is complete, then you only got something. You only got one other thing to do. Unless you want to. Anyway, okay. So this card also Saturn. This card is the 32nd path in the Tree of Life, connecting Malkuth to Yesod. This path is treacherous. This path is so very treacherous, right? This path is the path of, who was it to put it the way? Was it Gareth Knight to put it the way of, it's a long, dark tunnel with, what is it, like thousands, hundreds of thousands of wrong turns and only one right way through. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That definitely goes. It is important to. It's so very. That's why it's the very first one you step onto, and that most people don't step back off, because without the proper initiation of that tunnel, you are going to get caught up in some very silly things. They won't seem silly to you, though, because that's the way it works. They won't seem silly to you. They're gonna seem to you like we gotta stop the Illuminati, y'all. We gotta, that's what it's gonna seem like to you. And a lot of that is due to that demiurge. What is that demiurge really, right? Yod He Vav He, right? The 4-letter formula. We see it here again with these cherubim. We know it. We know it in these groups. If you don't, though, if you're new, then congratulations. What a treat in store for you, because you are going to really hopefully learn some things, or at the very least, you're going to be able to sound cool at a party. Okay. Right, we need to dance with this demiurge. We need to master the formula. We need to update that program, that code, to say, hey, buddy, here's the thing. We've been kind of button heads for way too long now. That's just got to stop. That is not helping anyone. It's not helping anyone. It's not helping me. It's not helping you. It's not helping the karmic scales. Anyhow, okay, so we're ripping it off that way, that one true goddess. So it looks like you are being called, and again with the whole major minor thing, maybe because I don't know, you don't know who's watching this. New people who don't know about tarot, people don't know about magic. Welcome, cool. Come in and try it out. You might like it, you might not. This card here seems to be really telling you, like, kind of, this is kind of the major thing in your life right now. Trying to master this demiurge force, trying to master this dance, this cosmic dance. Okay, so I think we've got enough onto that, so we'll go on to our next 9 of discs. Gain. This is a happy card. This is a card I don't think anybody is ever really bummed out about. This card. It's beautiful too. Venus in Virgo, right? Yep. Venus in Virgo. Venus is real happy in Virgo. Venus likes it in Virgo. And in the realm of the moon, because that's what, come here, babe. Hey, cooperate with me. Come here. If you want to come help out, you can come up on my lap, but I don't need you coming and just screaming at all of us. Okay? You're so pretty. All right. Through the moon, through the, Yesod, and in that lowest realm of Asaya, the material realm, but that's where we got this material gain. The feminine, those goddess, one true goddess, those feminine qualities of Venus, of Saturn, of the moon, of the earth, we see present here. We see present within this card. Venus also ties in with that creative aspect, the beauty aspect, finding your expressions of artwork within the material realm. What ways do you love to create? Really think about those questions. Anyone coming across this, listening to this, not just the one true goddess, but the entirety of humanity should probably do that. Really start asking yourself, what is it I love to create? What is it? Maybe you don't know. Think about when you were a kid. Think about when I was a kid, what kind of stuff did I like to do? Start getting back in touch with those things, but also try new things. Try out just whatever. Just try it. Who cares? It might be something that normally you would think is like lame. Whatever, going and bird watching, going and playing bingo with the old folks. You might love it. You might literally be like, holy heck, this is the game changer I was looking for. This was the game changer I was needing. And if that's the case, sweet girl. Come here. You are such a silly one. Come here. All right. Maybe it's the game changer I was needing. Get in touch with that. Get in touch with that, because through that we see what's going to happen. Gain. And I promise you, it is what is going to help you just be so much more in harmony, in step, while you are doing that cosmic dance. Okay, well then, on to, now it looks like we're stepping into some masculine energy here on this Two of Wands, Dominion. All right. Okay, Mars in Aries, another happy place to be. And we see the happy matches of Mars in Aries, Venus in Virgo, but also Mars with Venus, right? This card here is going to be Hawkmoon in the highest world of Absoluth. This card, it's I feel like this card is really one of those you're kind of gonna make of it what you want, because this card can be looked at a bit negatively, but this card can also be looked at positively. That splitting off of Hawkmoon is forever split off, right? Because when the one goes into two, well, without that third of Bina, it stays forever separated. Which is why that Trinity, why that Holy Trinity is there, why, so much of these things that were in our holy books, why they're so important, but have been a little convoluted, a little, anyway. So that will, your driving force, your energy a little bit. This card here, it's saying that might be split up for you right now, or potentially a little bit in the future. Now, whether you are going to kind of when how you see the symbology on the Rider Waite, and where he's got the two staffs and the one's kind of locked in on the like the rampart wall there. So if you're going to kind of lock in, and then with the one, and then therefore take the other, and then therefore kind of use it to establish that dominion over just whatever it is you are working towards. Maybe that's whatever it might be in life you might have that you need to use that willpower for. It's going to be what you make of it. So if you can really, I think, prioritize accordingly, then this card doesn't present an issue. We get the happiness, and even again that warrior aspect, but in a good way of the Mars in Aries. However, if you kind of let that Two of Wands have dominion over you, probably won't be a good time. Okay. All right. Who's still with me? Who's still here? Perhaps no one. A kitty. I'll tell you that much. I got a beautiful, sweet girl in my arms. Oh. She's so pretty. It's crazy, man. Imagine like just screaming at the opposite sex, like, I mean, or if you're into the same sex, but the point is, she's trying to make a babies, so she's trying to attract that by hollering, by, yeah, exactly, baby, exactly. You're right. Sorry to mock you. Sorry. Zeros here, dubs here. All right, cool, very good, very good. Well, for because I think it might just be you guys, because I can see that there's just a handful of us in here, and I know one of those is going to be my old account, because I've got it here so I can watch the chat while the other one's actually streaming. And then Secret Sipper. I don't know. It could be One True Goddess just listening, but not able to get the chat. But either way, we'll probably call it there for the day. That does seem to be a pretty good test run. What do you guys think? What? Give me some feedback though, because if there's things I need to adjust, for anybody who's not here in the chat now, drop it in the comments. If there are things I need to adjust going forward, let me know, please. Otherwise, I think my plan is going to be, especially because it's Ophiel. Hey, you're okay. You're okay. I'm just moving you because you're about to roll off. Yeah, the Ophiel, since we're doing for the Talismanic, I'm thinking it would be fitting. I don't know if I'll keep it that way forever, but I think at least for that one, Wednesday evening, we'll go for our first read of that one in the live stream, and then we'll probably keep Ophiel on Wednesdays until we finish with that one. That is definitely subject to change though, because Trav, our international man of mystery, if he brings back his readings, well, those are we love those. We get I think we all get some great help from those. So I wouldn't want to have a conflict of interest. So no. Plus, I mean, nobody will be here watching it anyway. If Trav's going, I'll be watching Trav's. I won't even be here streaming. I'll be streaming myself watching Trav's reading. All right. So anyhow, if he does that, then we might switch it to, I don't know, still kind of midweek-ish, Tuesday, Thursday night, something for the book read. The Book of Five Rings. I'll just keep kind of uploading in normal parts, unless if anybody wants to do both live, I'm not against that. The thing is, I don't want to overwhelm everyone. I don't want to bombard people. Also, kind of while the setup's a little janky too, I'm still trying to fine tune that. A bit. So let's see. Dub says, or no, that's Zero says, for me, it was pretty amazing first live stream. With time, you can put the comment in the screen. That would be pretty awesome. Oh yeah, right. The where you can, right. I know what you're talking about, Zero. Yeah, I'll look into that because I'm pretty sure you just got to go in settings, but I don't know, man. With YouTube, there's these silly, what's the word? Benchmarks you've got to hit. These, how I had to wait to get 50 subscribers before I could even live stream. And I know there's another one of those at 1,000 where until you hit 1,000 you're limited on how many people can tune into a live stream, which I don't know what that limit is, but then it changes at 1,000. So but it's cool. We'll get it. Rome wasn't built in a day. The master temple wasn't the master in a day, unless maybe he oh yeah, exactly. All right, well, I think that's probably gonna be about it. Zero, Dub, One True Goddess, Sunshine Chick, because I know you were in here earlier. Who else? I feel like there was one other we had for a quick minute. Well, maybe I'm mistaken. Nah, right, Zero, don't worry. Really love it. And I really love you, man. You're awesome. I appreciate your support. Seriously. You are a wonderful soul. All of you are, though. I feel like we wouldn't be here. I mean, at least you wouldn't be here because I only rock with lovers. I don't mess with the haters. We don't play that game. Sweethearts only over here in J Baldel's squad. Blessing to have your content. It's a blessing to have you. Zero. It's a blessing to have all of you. It's a blessing to have this. This is cool. Before I had this in life, boy, was I not having fun. I mean, I was kind of having fun, but not really. Now, I'm actually genuinely having fun. Okay. All right, I'm dropping out. Much love to you all. Much love to you all. Dub. Um, yeah, message me in private because I'll chat. I would like to chat with you a little more, just about what you got going on, man, and all of that. And then I will see you guys when I upload that next book, Five Rings. Oh yeah, but let me know too. Obviously not here now, but in the chat or in the comments. I mean, whatever. If about potentially doing Book of Five Rings live. If the general consensus is we would like to do both of them live, then maybe I would do like Tuesday Book of Five Rings, Thursday Ophiel, and then that'd probably be about it for me. I might other than that, I might put up like a little vid here or there, um, some kind of rant or teaching because I've got like a few I've been like, scripting up a little bit, but it's just I guess actually just doing it. Swiftness, right? Right, Dub? Eight of Wands. We ain't messing around. Nine of Discs. Keep that dominion over your wands, your Two of Wands. You're gonna want to have the say. Don't let it have the say. All right, much love, you guys. Thank you for being here. This is Jay Valdeo. This is a very hot kitty. I don't know about excited, but definitely hot and heavy. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to tell your mom and dad you love them. Unless they are the source of your woes, then perhaps, well, I feel for you. I really do. All right. Okay, guys. I will catch you later. Bye. Ish. I gotta figure out about ending this dang thing though. Oh goodness, you are really just a perfect cat, man. Oh, I see what's going on here. You are the funniest ever. I love you. That was good. That was really good. Yep, we're gonna work out all these kinks, everyone. So much love. Bye.